Hey guys, how's it going? Tony here, just showing you how to replace your air filter on the 2013 Volkswagen Passat. Really is a pain in the butt because most car air filters, if I said oil filter, I meant air filter. That's what we're changing here, not an oil filter. Most air filters are just right here, and they're easy to open, and you pull the air filter out and replace it, and you just pop it back in. Volkswagen decided to make it a frickin' task. You got to take the whole engine cover off, which isn't really that bad, but I mean, God, it's so much easier on other cars. Anyways, what you want to do is you want to open the hood and start. I took the engine cover off already, but you're going to start by removing. There's two bolts here. They're actually T20s. Let me show you what those are like. If you don't have the key for it, you can just go to an AutoZone and buy it's like a star. The size is actually T20. So you want to actually remove those little screws from here, and that's going to detach this, which if you can see, that's where that would actually align in here. So that's what that detaches. So once those screws are out, you're just going to there's this little cover here. You're going to remove this cover. It pops right off. There's two little hinges. There's one here and one here. You just need to lift those up on each side, and this is going to come off. Once you take that off, you're then going to just pull this one off. So it'll just pop right off. Make sure those screws are out. One thing I want to tell you before you get started on all this, and I probably should have mentioned this first, is take your car for a drive and warm the engine up significantly. Obviously, you don't want it too hot where you're going to burn your hand, but you don't want to do this cold. And the reason being is this engine cover is mounted by some rubber fasteners underneath. When the car's cold, it makes it really hard to pull this engine cover off. Okay, and I'll show you what I mean by that. If it's warm, that rubber in here gets nice and soft, and when you pry up on here, it releases so much easier. And if it's cold, it's really hard. You even risk cracking your engine cover because it's plastic. So warm the car up, obviously not where it's going to burn your hand, but get it warm, like almost hot, and then you'll be good to go. Anyways, once you get this removed, next thing you're going to do is you're going to remove this hose from this part of the engine cover. I took the engine cover off so you guys can see how this assembles here. So this goes into here. This is where the air goes in, and then it goes inside here where the air filter is, and then that air passes through the filter, comes back out here, and goes into the throttle body. This is what feeds the engine the air. It goes right into the engine right here. So this needs to come off too. So you have this clip here, this clamp, which is really a pain in the butt. I use a needle nose plier, but there is a special pliers to actually take this off. You want to make sure you don't remove it from the actual hose. There is a slot where it has to lay. So if you get it out, it's really a pain in the butt to get it back in there. I've done it before and it's not fun. So just try to keep it in there. Anyways, you want to clamp that down so it loosens, and then you pull really hard. Another reason to have your engine warm is if this isn't soft, you're going to have a really hard time pulling it down like I did. I warmed my engine up, but not enough. And I wish I had done it more. So anyways, now that that's off, let's take off the engine cover. Okay, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to explain to you guys how this is mounted in a second. I'm going to put this here. Okay, so do you see this post right here? There's a post right there. There's another post right there. And there's another post right here. So this is what it looks like. Okay, you have one post here where my finger is, another post right there, one right there, and one right there. So those posts go in these holes right here. Okay, so what you're going to do is, this is the only thing holding the engine cover down, besides obviously the hose that's connected here and this one that's bolted down, but there's nothing fastening the engine cover to the engine. So what you're going to do is when you when you undo this and you detach this, I recommend getting gloves because it disperses the weight, the surface area over the weight or the force over more surface area. So when you're pulling up, you have less chances to get a little stress crack in here. So get some gloves if you can. If not, you can do this by hand too, but use two hands. So get one here, another hand here, so that you're pulling, you know, here. Same with this corner. If you can get one hand here and one hand here, pop it up. Same for all corners. Now sometimes when you pop up a corner, maybe another one might fasten itself again, so it's kind of a pain. Anyways, once that's up, your engine cover is here. Your air filter is inside here. See, your air filter is actually inside here. It's a pain in the butt. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. So there are screws here that you're going to remove. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is just like a lip. So I'm going to remove these and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've removed the screws, just regular Phillips head with my handy dandy drill, and then what you're going to do is this pulls right up, and there is the air filter. Like I said, really a pain design just to change a simple air filter. Anyways, so there's my air filter. I have a K&N air filter, which is a reusable one, and it's a higher performance. It helps a little bit, and so I just like better performance out of my engine, get more air intake, better gas mileage, etc. Engine works a little less harder. But anyways, if you don't have a reusable one, it's fine. You would just take the one you buy at AutoZone or Pep Boys, whatever, and you would just pop it right back in, right in there, put everything right back on, and basically just reverse the process. So I hope that's helpful for you guys. All right, if you have any questions or any comments, feel free to drop them in the description below. But yeah, I mean, all you do is take the old air filter out, okay? New one, make sure it goes in the right way. It's snug in there. All right, and then you're just going to put these back in place just like that, and then put it down, put the screws in, and once you have that, the engine cover goes right back on, and you're going to attach this again. Make sure the engine cover sits back in these pegs, the posts where it's supposed to. Push down firm so it pops right back into place. And yeah, pretty much that's it. So for those of you